You're worried about your parent being behind the wheel and afraid things could take a turn for the worse? But putting your parent's life into park isn't easy either. Matt Gurwell has the key to help seniors move from the driver's seat to the passengers. And he's geared up to tell us all about it. Matt's a retired Ohio State Trooper and the creator of Keeping Us Safe. Thanks for joining us, Matt.
Thank you, Armin.
Matt, this is always a difficult conversation about whether or when to take the keys away. You have a different way of approaching it, though. Tell us.
Absolutely. We've designed what we call the Enhanced Self-Assessment Program for older drivers. And what that is an individualized one-on-one session between a member of the Keeping Us Safe staff and the older driver, in which we go through a whole litany of mini exercises to help the older driver and the family make appropriate decisions related to the older driver's driving future.
So this is not talking to the kids about how to talk to their parents. This is talking to the parents and having them hopefully come to the right decision for themselves.
Absolutely. Most of our clients come from adult children that are concerned about a mother or father's ability to continue driving safely. They're not real sure how to address it, or maybe they've already tried to address it with no success. So we will go in and serve as a independent third party, so to speak, and we help the older driver self-assess themselves.
How many times have you had the kids say, good luck with my parents, but you're not going to get anywhere with them?
Just about every phone call we receive starts out that way. That sounds like a great program, Mr. Gurwell, but we don't think that's going to work with our father or our mother.
How do you do the self-assessment?
The self-assessment is, as I described, an individualized session where it's just myself and the older driver in the room. No family, no outside interferences, no nothing.
What do you do with them?
We spend about 3 hours. We go through a very lengthy personal interview, which helps in that 3-hour time build a very positive relationship between myself and the older driver, and we develop some trust so that after we go through these exercises and the interview, we go out and actually do a driving exercise. But then in the last bit of time together, we come up with what I call a mutually agreed upon plan of action for that person's driving future.
Can you give us an example of the kinds of, after the interview, the kinds of tests that you give?
Absolutely. Most of them are actually cognitive related. We do a mini mental state examination, MMSE. We do a clock drawing test, which
What's a clock drawing test?
A clock drawing test is myself asking the older driver to take a piece of paper and draw a analog clock, a circular type clock. Absolutely, please do. Put the numbers into the clock just like they would naturally appear, and set the time to 10 minutes after 11.
10 minutes after 11?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I draw a clock. And how's that?
Armin fails.
It says 11:10. That's what my clock looks like.
Armin gets an A for effort. Here are some examples.
Okay, this is the way you want to make them look. Okay.
No, well, that's actually the way not to make it look. This is an individual that was asked to do the exact same exercise, and you can see after a probably 5 or 10 minutes amount of time, this is what he concluded with. He started here, did this one first, it didn't go well. He recognized that, started over, it didn't go well. He recognized that and ended up 4 times, and finally got frustrated and just stopped.
And how would drawing a clock tell you whether they can drive or not?
Excellent question. There have been many studies that have shown that this examination is very valid in determining an older driver or anyone's ability to operate in a driving simulator properly. So there's a direct correlation between the scoring on this clock drawing test exercise and your ability to operate a motor vehicle safely.
So just a rough percentage, in your experience, you've been doing this for a while, how many times at the end of a meeting, end of the driving test, everything you do, does the driver say, you know, you're right, I should give up my keys?
2/3 of the people we meet with for these self-assessments actually retire from driving on the spot. And we're very proud of that. Now remember, the other third may not need to give up driving to begin with. So in those instances, we help them develop a plan to keep them a safe driver for longer, for as long as possible.
This is great. I didn't even know this existed. It's wonderful. I'm sure our viewers will find this helpful. Thank you.
Thank you, Armin.
All right, Matt Gurwell spent his career as a state trooper working to keep people safe, and he's still doing that in retirement with the Keeping Us Safe program. To find out more, use the information that's coming up next. My thanks to Matt for being in the driver's seat with us today.
For more information, call Keeping Us Safe toll-free at 877-907-8841 or click to www.keepingussafe.org. Next, creating ways for giving thanks.